So let's go back in time, way back to 1987 when I was a student at the University of Buffalo. And I took a class with a graduate student who had us actually write a mini thesis. He said, go out and study AI and write something about something that doesn't exist. So I wrote this paper about AI interfaces and then left school. And about a year later, after doing some work, I started this little startup company and created this product called PCIQ. And it's so cool, I just broke open the box. So here's your disk that you'd put into the DOS machine. And it'd have a little thank you card. And we had a pretty cute logo for way back then, AI Solutions. And then we had a little quick start book. And this is basically the lexicon that I had to type into that DOS machine when I made my own NLP lexicon, because they didn't have all that built back then. And I used Prolog. So to make a directory, you can see there's words like create or build, construct. You could do the mkdir command or produce. If you wanted to remove a directory, you'd say remove or zap, eliminate, destroy, terminate, cancel. And actually I built this in Prolog and made a little interface so people could go in there and add their own vocabulary. So in the morning when it boot up, it'd say, good morning, Chief. What would you like to do today? Or they could change different phrases, so it'd come back different ways. So I allowed them to put in noun and verb phrases and the actor in which it was talking to, so people could actually customize the language to be very compatible with themselves. And this was back in 1993 when I did this, and I had to write my own tokenizer, my own lexicon, and my own semantic analysis, because when we did our human interface testing, which was practically unheard of at that time, Microsoft Labs was just beginning that in 1990, and my wife almost took a position with that and WordPerfect. Believe it or not, she had back-to-back interviews with Microsoft and WordPerfect to work on their human HCI labs. So it was interesting. So when we did this lab on our own, we brought in people from off the street, and you would think they would use these common words that are in your lexicon, but it just came down to get, give, give me this, give me that. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you can't use keyword analysis. You actually have to do total semantic analysis, because ambiguity will always exist when you have nouns and verbs. You have to combine them to get the meaning. So I rewrote my semantic parser, and then it was much more successful, but then Microsoft took it out and wiped it. So that's just a story from history on how I started natural language processing way back in 1990 and earned a Computer Reseller Interface, Computer Reseller News, Most Innovative AI Product of the Year Award. I was there in a list of 10 products way back. Asta, have a good day.